Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show, coming to you live from the one, the only Studio K, presented by Circle K. Head to any Circle K Arizona location where you can get any size, Polar Pop, or Froster for just 79 cents now through September 3rd. This guy right here, that is the blind mouse himself, Erik
Should I go get the sunglasses?
Huh?
Should I go get the sunglasses?
Can you grab mine while you're over there, please? Thanks, I appreciate that. That is DJ Danielle behind the Mac, making all of the magic happen. I'm Anthony Totri, guys. Do us a solid. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. We have a good one in store for everybody today. It is Friday. We got Hot or Not at the tail end of the show. We've been talking all week about EA Sports College Football 25. Thank you, Erik, for the shades here. So we're gonna play some of the memes. We're gonna play some of the memes from EA Sports College Football 25. I wish we could play all of the memes that we wanted to.
Yeah.
Copyright issues.
Copyright. Come on.
That's fine.
Come
but
on.
We're gonna start off talking a little bit about the Big 12 as a whole and just really college sports in general, because over the last few days, we've seen the rumors, we've seen the reports about Florida State, potentially Clemson, coming over, joining the Big 12 if they were able to leave the ACC. We talked with Shane just the other day about, the potential implosion that would occur with that ACC conference if those schools did leave, and it's at this point kind of when they leave, at least Florida State. So let's play in La La Land, because that's where I like to be.
That's where you never leave.
I thrive in La La Land. Arizona State, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, it's set to join the conference this season, right? Big 12 now, 16 teams, potentially going 18 deep if you want to throw in Florida State and Clemson in just a couple seasons. We already know that the Big 12 is a really, really dominant basketball conference, the best basketball conference in the country, hands down. Football, there are some teams, Utah, potentially Arizona, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, that could potentially make some noise in the college football playoff. So my question to you, Erik, is could we see the Big 12 in time take over the SEC in the Big 10, just in terms of the top conference as it relates to major revenue sports?
So you have to define takeover. Do you just mean have better teams? Do you mean be the most recognizable conference? You mean be the conference that makes the most money? Like, what are the goalposts here? Because I think that if you're talking about can they have more top 10 teams than any other conference, I think it's possible.
In what sport?
And I would say in basketball for sure.
Basketball for sure.
Without a doubt. Football's interesting because it is a very deep conference and not very top heavy. With the SEC, they've got those really, really big schools. And you might not be able to have more top 5 teams, but I don't know. It's hard to say anybody will dethrone the Big 10 or the SEC when it comes to football. But I think I'd be lying if I didn't see a path, right? Because if you look at it and break it down now, Kansas is on the up and up. That should hopefully sustain for a couple more years. Kansas State is the same way. Arizona, Utah, like these are programs that Utah's been good. Arizona, they're acting like they're going to be a dynasty. Then you've got Oklahoma State is always consistently good. They might have an up year. Colorado, if Prime stays there, what are they going to build? ASU, what are they going to turn around? We talked about UCF having a good team. But it's taking that leap of collectively being good to how many great teams.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can look at. Like, let's say all of those programs, 3 or 4 of them, of what I just listed, you have a couple things go right for you. You can probably take that step up to elite, and then that's a conversation. But it's hard when you're talking about the likes of a Bama and a Georgia and Ohio State and a Michigan and even an Oregon. Now you throw in there as well, and a Washington. Getting to that height of heights might be hard for a conference like this, but there are multiple schools that kind of have a shot to do it.
Yeah, I think part of that question relies on the Big 12 to be really good and grow over time. Again, you talk about potentially adding Clemson, Florida State, and who knows, maybe you throw in an Oregon State, a Washington State. or even dip into the Mountain West, maybe take a San Diego State.
Yeah, if you're adding a Florida State, I think that in football
makes a big difference.
Is probably your closest to being a perennial top 5 team right now, because I really believe in Mike Norvell and everything they've done over there. Yeah. So Florida State addition would be massive, but still, it's like, are you dethroning I mean, I don't know how Alabama's going to do.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted to get to. Part of that is, yes, the Big 12 has to be better, but the SEC and the Big 10 also have to keep up with the pace that they've kind of set for themselves.
Right.
And yes, Kalen DeBoer is a phenomenal football coach coming over from Washington. We saw what he did with the Huskies last year, but everybody will tell you he's not Nick Saban. And that has nothing to do with DeBoer. It has everything to do with who Nick Saban was, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they literally threw in Saban's last name to the stadium today. Like, they have named the stadium after Saban.
You can't be Nick Saban.
No, you can't. You can't. So
you could be the best coach of college football right now. You're still not Nick Saban.
So you would expect then Alabama to take at least a little bit of a half step back.
Yeah, it's hard. You could say that would be like a logical assumption, but also you might think, well, they're just such a machine, and there's still so many guys that Saban recruited, that Saban had there that have been good, that maybe it takes a couple years for them to have that dip and then come back up. It's hard to tell. It's like, obviously Saban was fantastic, but did he just build out the infrastructure enough to where it could survive without him? I think that's possible, but not guaranteed.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you got to continue to look, right? Michigan is another program that they won the national championship last year. They lost a good chunk of that coaching staff. They lost a good chunk of their star players, right? J.J. McCarthy, Blake Corum, the list kind of goes on and on. Junior Collison on the defensive side of the ball. So Michigan expects to take a step back this year. Now, Ohio State, in terms of roster, is I mean, peak of college football.
They're Ohio State,
right now. But at the end of the day, Ryan Day, as a head coach, hasn't been able to win the big game.
Right.
And the big game being, that conference rival in Michigan. And if you can't beat your rival Michigan that just won the national championship, what makes you think you could beat an Alabama, an LSU, a Georgia if you get to the college football playoff, right? So it appears, at least at this point in time, while the Big 12 is growing and adding certain teams like a Utah that has been consistently at the top of the conference, a program in Arizona that has its best roster, you could argue, since probably the year 2000, right?
Yeah.
And you've got Kansas State on the up and up. You've got Iowa State on the up and up. Who knows what Arizona State can be with the wild card? And I know we make fun of and talk a lot about Colorado, but whether they're good or not, they're still the most polarizing team in the nation, hands down.
Yeah. And if, not that I believe that this would happen, but if they were to do what Dion and all of them say that they're going to do, and they're there and they build for all these years and they have the money and they get better this year and better the next year, there is a chance that they become perennial contenders. Now, would I put my money on it? Absolutely not. But I'd be blind to say that there's not a chance. And I think you kind of summed it up right, where there will be an opportunity for at least the Big 12 to close that gap over the next 5-ish years. And
financially, it will be hard, though.
Financially, it's tough, though. Financially, it's probably going to take a decade plus
long time
for the Big 12 to truly get closer to that, just because of the head start the SEC and the Big 10 has. Plus, the Big 10 itself is actually growing at a way faster rate than any of the other conferences as far as financials go right now. But if, let's say you're right, Alabama takes a step back, everybody in Georgia continues to drive like assholes. Ohio State is Ryan Day that guy? Is he able to win the big game? Let's say he's not, right? And let's say maybe eventually he's out of there. Now they're in a rebuild. Michigan, I use the term rebuild loosely, but they're changing a lot of pieces, a lot of very significant pieces.
And they were, before Harbaugh got there, they were on the downward track. They were on a downward spiral.
You would probably look at a team like Oregon right now to maybe take that mantle as well. And with Bama and Kalen DeBoer, what if, the dynasty that we thought could never fail ends up trickling out a little bit. All of those things are possible over the next 5 years. It's just who in the Big 12 will take that unprecedented 1A spot like a Georgia has, like an Alabama has, like an Oregon has, like an Ohio State has. Right now, I don't think there's a clear-cut candidate. But the thing is, 2-3 years from now, with the type of money and influx, the extra money that the Big 12 is getting, because don't get it twisted, while they might not be on the same level as those other two conferences, they are getting better.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's a chance that a good or really good program right now becomes downright great and dominant in the next couple of years. And if that happens, completely different conversation. But Sharon in the chat says, stop drinking the U of A Kool-Aid, guys. They have another good season this year, then go back to normal. I don't disagree.
I don't even know if they have a great season this year. I'm just saying they have the potential. Roster-wise, they've got some really good guys. I don't know about Brent Brennan.
There's no guarantee.
TBT. No. There isn't a guarantee with any of these programs realistically, right? So I think when we talk about, again, you got to use the term rebuild loosely when you're talking about college powerhouses like an Alabama, like a Michigan, Ohio State, whatever. But even in their own conferences, you can start to see a changing of the guard here, right? LSU on the up and up. They just had a Heisman winner this past season in Jaden Daniels. We know what Brian Kelly is as a coach. Could that be Alabama 2.0 instead of the actual Crimson Tide going, back and forth with a Georgia? Now you bring in a Texas and an Oklahoma. Let's be real. Texas, what has Texas won in a long time in terms of college football or even realistically college basketball,
and
right?
The highest rated backup quarterback in college football 25.
Congratulations.
So that's probably
what you can have. In Oklahoma, right? They churn out Heisman winners year over year, but they don't do
take
anything.
Home the big one.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So when you're looking at the Big 12, I think there is a lot of quote unquote potential to go out there, and especially with the idea of adding a Clemson and a Florida State in a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to close that gap between the Big 12 and the Big 10 in the SEC, if I'm Brett Yormark and I'm these other chancellors and presidents within this conference, and I truly believe that, hey, we need to get this done. Otherwise, we're going to end up like the Pac-12, a potential implosion in the ACC.
Yeah.
You've got to find a way to get ahead of the curve. And adding a Florida State, adding a Clemson would do that on top of the fact that you've already got programs on the up and up. Kansas football, we know what Kansas basketball is. Who knows? Maybe Bobby Hurley and Kenny Dillingham turn Arizona State into a powerhouse in the next handful of seasons.
Don't see why not.
It could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's also if you came up to somebody 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and said, "Hey, a lot of people are going to pick Kansas to win the Big 12 this year." They said, well, duh, right? They're a great basketball program.
Yeah.
You go, no.
In football.
We're talking about football here.
Yeah.
You would be laughed at. The same way that if you go right now and said, hey, Arizona State in 3 to 4 years could win the Big 12, a lot of national media would be laughing at you.
Yeah.
Right? Because they just haven't seen it yet. And if all goes well with the Big 12, they could be the deepest conference, the closest in 1 through 16. And I think that's really important as to why you want to add schools like Clemson and Florida State.
Yeah,
because we mentioned it the couple times this week when we've talked about it. Out of every single school currently in the Big 12, those two programs have somewhat consistently reached heights that nobody else has in this conference.
Agreed.
And if the SEC and the Big 10 are going to say no, those are very valuable additions just on betting on the high upside. And even with Florida State right now, if you were to add Florida State last year in the Big 12, again, you're talking about the number 6 team in the nation without their star quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big deal. And Mike Norvell's not close to being done there.
No.
You know what I mean? So
pretty sure he just got a contract.
Yeah, like that's going to be his ship to run for a while. Clemson, on the other hand, we can all hope that Dabo's out of there sooner rather than later if you're a Clemson fan. He doesn't seem like he's built for this era of college athletics at all.
How funny would it be if Dabo and Prime switched?
Dabo to Colorado would be the biggest aura downgrade of all time.
And then
like I don't even
Prime
like
to Clemson.
I think that'd be great for Clemson. Just that's like here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Dion as a coach, but I fucking hate Dabo Swinney.
Yeah.
So
do you hate him because his name's Dabo?
No, actually, that's a reason for me not to hate him. And yet that is just like it makes me more angry that I don't like a man named Dabo.
Yeah.
Which he has the most normal actual name of all time. Do you know that?
I did know that his like legit name wasn't Dabo.
William Christopher Swinney.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
where the fuck does Dabo come from?
Don't know.
Anybody?
Don't know. Can't trust a Dabo. That's real name.
Can't trust a Larry Scott or a George Clay.
William Christopher. No, but
he's got 2 first names.
Yeah.
That's
I think at the end of the day, these next 5 years will say a lot because you might see some of these powerhouses fall down. But it's one of those, I need to see some of that play out before I can confidently say it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, hey, what's up, Coach Stark? I was going to say, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it was the Pac-12.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's true. In football,
I think we would. I think
we'd be having this conversation where, let's just say the Pac-12 stays together, and let's say they have the Big 12 philosophy, and the Big 12 is the one that disintegrates, right? And the Pac-12 is at the cutting edge of everything. And
they added 4 schools.
And they add 4 good schools. Let's say they add the 4 best schools from the Big 12, right, in football. Let's say they added Kansas, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and
Texas Tech. Well, I'll throw Texas.
I'll throw Tech in there.
Let's say they felt like a Pac-12.
Let's say they add those 4, and they're on the cutting edge, and you're still talking about a Washington and an Oregon, not a blue blood, but a football program that's always competing in USC. And then you also have your Arizonas, your Colorados, your ASUs, your Utahs as well. That is a conference where things get really interesting too. And so maybe we're reaching a parity point in college football that we haven't seen before, which may lend itself to these like super mega conferences that we're kind of warning about in the next 5 years.
I think, and realistically, you could look back at this past offseason and you could go back a couple of years of, hey, let's say George Kliavkoff got it done and the Pac-12 stayed together.
It's like that utopia picture.
Well, there are 2 things. There are 2 things. Let's say that happens. Okay. I told you at the start of the show.
La La Land.
We're towing the line here. Let's say TV deal gets done. Okay. And then let's also say that Nick Saban stays at Alabama. We're talking about all of these teams that left are now here or are staying in the Pac-12. Yeah. Right. And we don't even got to talk about adding other schools. Okay. So you've got 12. Oregon. You've got Oregon.
Yep.
Oregon, a program that is going to be consistently, as long as Dan Lanning is there, a top 10 program in the nation. They've been a top 25
after
program.
He's there too.
Yeah. I mean,
they are a machine.
They have done some phenomenal work, and I think that program seriously has potential to win the conference this year, the Big Ten, and win a national championship. That's how good of a roster they have and how good Dan Lanning and that coaching staff is. So you've got that. Bama doesn't, do a musical chairs with their head coach because Nick Saban stays there. So Kalen DeBoer stays put at Washington.
Okay.
Right? You're bringing back a team that just lost in the national championship game. A lot of players wanted to go play for Kalen DeBoer. We saw BJ Green, who is now at Colorado, transferred from ASU to Washington initially.
For him.
Exactly. Yeah. To be with Kalen DeBoer. So you have Washington continuing to be a really, really good team. They're reloading, not rebuilding. Okay. So that means the Washington job doesn't open up. So Jed Fish is staying at Arizona, right? A team that is coming off a really
say that he would stay
really
at Arizona
good, at least this season.
No,
I think you cut off this season. Now the Florida job opened up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got that, and we know what they were able to accomplish with just 7-8 games with no Fafita. Right. Imagine a whole season with Fish and Fafita. So you're talking about 3 teams that realistically finished in the AP top 12 are all coming back, reloading, not rebuilding. Okay. Then you've got SC. Lincoln Riley, we know what he could do. As long as they could find somebody to fucking call some defense for USC.
Or play some defense.
Then maybe they turn into something, right? And Utah, we know what Utah is. Who knows? Like you said earlier, maybe Colorado has the season that all these fans think that they're going to have. Maybe Arizona State does the unthinkable and makes some serious noise. So now you're talking about programs that last season, even at the tail end, were starting to get on people's radars. They come back stronger this season than last season. So the Pac-12 certainly could have been that. But just 2 things. George Kliavkoff fell on his face.
2 big things.
And Nick Saban said, I don't really want to do this anymore. Yeah. So it's George Kliavkoff's and Nick Saban's fault that the Pac-12 doesn't exist.
I wish it was that simple. I really wish it was. Unfortunately, it's not.
It is that simple.
No, but
you know what is simple?
Tell me.
Chicken and pickle. Heading over to Chicken and Pickle and having yourself a hell of a Friday.
God, I love chicken and I know it's like, ad reads. Nah, dude, I love chicken and pickle.
I love this. I love chicken and pickle.
It's the food, phenomenal. Still thinking about those chicken
vibes
waffles.
Are absolutely.
The bar.
They got like a double-decker bar.
Dude. And also like one unspoken thing about the food, when we went for our trivia night, I think it was earlier this month, it was packed. There were so many people there. And I got my food in like 10 minutes, maybe.
You did.
And it was fantastic. Everybody's getting their food fast. Plus, of course, there's the pickleball element of it all as well.
Yeah, they got so much stuff that I feel like it's easy to forget about the fact that they've got pickleball courts, indoor, outdoor. They've got misters. They have games. They've got
Giant
ping pong.
Jenga.
Literally, it's just a list of fun that you can have over at Chicken and Pickle. We've got our pickleball tournament next weekend, right? The 27th?
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe it doesn't fall on the weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday, July 27th, 9 a.m. to noon. Definitely come out, have some fun. I'm not sure if there's any spots left.
I don't know. We were running really low. But I do think that even if you're not going to come compete in the tournament that specific day,
just come hang.
Well, so that's the thing, right? I don't think I'm going to be competing, but I will be there.
Yeah, because you run from the grind.
Well, I mean, yes, of course. Yeah. I just, I want to make sure that people have the spots to compete.
That's valid. That's valid.
I don't want to take a spot from somebody.
Look, you're a good guy.
But you can go to Chicken and Pickle for like one of their things.
You can.
You can go for just the food. You can go for just the bar. You can go just for the outdoor games, or you can go for just the pickleball.
You can.
So you can go 4 different days in a row and do 4 different things.
Just have fun. Chicken and Pickle. Just have fun, guys. Head to chickenandpickle.com. That is chickenandpickle.com to see all the fun you can have at their Glendale location.
And if you don't know where Chicken and Pickle is, obviously that Glendale location, you can basically see the Cardinal Stadium. Right.
It's just a stone's throw away.
Right there. And I'm super excited for the Cardinals this season. They're going to do some great stuff. And if you want to get into a Cardinals game, I would love to put you on to our friends over at Game Time. And you don't just have to use it for the NFL. We got MLB going on the second half of the season. I know the D-backs are on the road right now, but when they come home, you can use Game Time because not only is it a very easy experience using Game Time, you're also going to save some money. I know myself personally, I've gotten some great deals on Game Time. It falls under my philosophy of how I did homework in school, which was I'm going to wait to the last second because that really brings out the greatness in me. And you bring out the greatness in Game Time when you want some last minute tickets. We're walking distance from the Diamondback Stadium right here. You want to just go to a Diamondbacks game. You said starts in 30 minutes. I want some good seats. Boom. Game Time's going to give it to you for a cheap deal. They've got flash deals. They've got zone deals. They've got all-in pricing. You can see the view from your seat. They've got ticket coverage with a flexible customer service policy. And, of course, their lowest price guarantee. Or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. If you find cheaper tickets, they will pay you.
I love that.
To find cheaper tickets. And guess what? Right now, you can just make it a little bit cheaper. You can download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX, the 4 best letters in the alphabet, for $20 off your first purchase. Now, terms do apply, as they do with everything. But create an account, redeem the code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today, last-minute tickets, lowest price, and literally that is guaranteed or they will give you your money.
Yeah. I mean, that's who they are.
Yeah, I would say, I'm just going to sit around and try to find lower ticket prices, but then I'd just be sitting there all day.
I mean, it's July, and I've already used Game Time 2 or 3 times.
You're Mr. Game Time.
I am.
And that's not just
tickets.
For sporting events. You've gone to lots of concerts.
Literally, I haven't gotten one, I don't think, for sporting events. All concerts.
Yeah, Game Time, just versatile. I mean, 5-tool player.
It's what they do. It's what they do. They're blue chip. Right? Blue chip, they're immediate starter 5. 5-star, 24/7 rank. They got it all. They have it all. But yeah. EA Sports College Football 25. It's the game taking over the nation. I'm literally gonna go buy it today.
You've been talking.
I've been in and out. I've been like a little hot potato about the whole thing. Like, do I want it? Do I not? Do I want to spend money on an Xbox? Do I want to go get the game? Because I know what it's gonna do to me. I know it's going to turn me into a shell of an individual. Danielle, you said you might go get it today, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've spent so mumuch time talking about it. I'm going to make you buy it.
Yeah, I feel like I have to.
Well, can you make him buy me one, too, please?
Listen, man, I don't know where you think I got all this bread at, but it's just...
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Yeah. Look, let me get it, and then we can see if...
Can I borrow your new Xbox?
You can come over and use it.
Okay, that sounds good.
You can come over and use it.
That sounds good for
sure. But there have been some absolutely phenomenal memes, TikToks, Instagram Reels, just videos that have come out from this game. And there's so many that I wish we could use and just like react to, but because of copyright issues, we can't necessarily do that. But we do have 3 that I want to show everybody in the chat. Everybody, if you're listening on audio, definitely come over to YouTube. Check it out right now. And if you're watching on Twitter, link below. Come over to YouTube. Come join the conversation. We're going to take a look at some of these memes. And I want to get your 2 cents on some of these things. And in some of the situations, how you would respond to what's going on in EA Sports College Football 25. Danielle, I'm just going to let you fire away here. We will go one by one. on this. So you have the floor here.
Bro, I'm playing a new college football game, and this shit is crazy. I made a quarterback, and the school I chose to go to was Notre Dame. So the people who are already playing the game, you guys know that a elite player is a 79 overall, a blue chip player is a 75, and I think the other stuff is like 67 and a 60. I made my quarterback a 67 overall. I think he's a 2 or 3 star. So long story short, I went to my first practice. I was looking like Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Like, I was going crazy. But as I'm leaving practice, I get a text message from another quarterback that's on the team. And this is what he said. Riley Leonard, the quarterback, said they are still adjusting room assignments because of some transfers. So it looks like we'll be rooming together just this week. And then he proceeded to say, I tend to sleep over my alarm. Can you make sure I wake up tomorrow for practice? Yo, y'all know I'm a third-string quarterback, so I'm not starting, right? These are the options that they gave me. Option 1, rebuff roommate. Option 2, agree to help out roommate. Option 3, don't wake him up when he oversleeps. Option 4, sabotage his alarm to make him late. I am a freshman quarterback trying to get that number 1 spot. I could sabotage his ass. I could get him out of here. I could sabotage him. Or I could be a good teammate and agree to help him out. Or I can not wake him up when he oversleeps. Like, this game is already funny as hell. These are the real answers that I get to choose from. I'm gonna tell y'all in the comments what answer I chose and what was the results from it. But I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think I'm gonna choose? Rebuff roommate, agree to help out roommate, don't wake him up when he oversleeps, or sabotage his alarm to make him late. What do y'all think I'm gonna do? What y'all think? College football is back!
So, in the comments, he said that he didn't wake him up.
Okay.
He didn't wake him up, and he got hella reps in practice.
Did he?
Hella reps in practice.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the rest of the season looked like, if he ended up starting or whatever, but he didn't wake up Riley Leonard, Notre Dame quarterback, so that he could get reps. What would you do in this situation?
Okay, real life Eric, like if I'm actually, I would wake up my
You're waking up
because like those consequences. But video game Eric, bro, enjoy your snooze. You get your nice Z's because it is not my problem that you can't wake up with an alarm.
I'm getting reps.
You're the starting quarterback and you can't wake up to an alarm. You deserve to get your spot taken. And I'm here and I'm ready and I'm up.
So what's the difference? What's the difference for you in real life to this, right? So like, why?
Well, like it's different when you gotta look the real person in your eyes. Like, and that's the thing. Like,
so what you're saying is you just don't want it.
No, listen,
you just don't want it. And
he even said, zone. Shut up. Spin zone. Spin zone, because you're going to try to put me on the spot here. No, I actually, not waking him up is running from the grind.
Not waking him up
is running from the grind because you're not willing to embrace competition. Iron sharpens iron. Guy like me, Totri.
Yeah.
Guy like me in real life.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake him up even earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, you better be ready for practice because I'm bringing my A game.
It's going to wake up.
And the coaches are going to look at me and be like, you know what? That's a true football guy right here.
Yeah.
Video game me where there are no consequences and I actually want to play the video game instead of sit on the sidelines and do nothing. I'm letting his ass sleep.
Okay. That's totally
so
fair.
that's a difference. Don't put this.
I was just asking.
Come on.
Okay.
Eric doesn't want the smoke.
There it is. There it is. House of Heat Sports knows what's up.
Listen, House of Heat Sports. I don't want the smoke. Real life, I want the smoke. In video games, like I want to play on a hard difficulty. But I want to actually play.
Hard.
I want to actually play. That's the thing. I've seen so many videos. I know we're going to get into one where it's like, I literally don't play.
Yeah.
I am not going to invest what little free time I have into a video game where I don't play.
To like do practice and quizzes and stuff.
So I am going to do whatever possible to play, which means I want the smoke. I want to be on the field. Okay. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting a little.
You ready?
Let's do the next one.
You ready? What do we got next, Danielle?
Oh my God. Chat. I'm putting him on his ass. I'm putting him on his ass.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
TCU, they're 2-2. We're down 10, bro. Come on. They put me in the game. Come on. Throw me the ball.
What a snag by the defense.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's effort by that guy.
Walmart it is. Chick-fil-A hiring. Chat, it's a raining game, bro. That's not me, bro. It's raining, chat. We back in, chat. 10, we're down 10. Wide receiver screen, chat. Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Gets catch open down the middle.
3 yards, Chad. We got a catch. We got a catch.
Okay, him literally celebrating being in the game is why in this game I'm backstabbing to get on the field.
A 2-yard catch.
Okay,
a 2-yard catch.
Listen, with all the hype surrounding this game, you cannot convince me that I'm gonna freak out because I literally just get to play the game. Okay, no, I'm in there. I'm picking I'm picking 79 overall because I want to play.
You're elite.
I want to play the freaking game, dude. I don't want to play the GPA texting simulator 25. Okay, I want to play college football 25. So I'm happy for this guy.
You just gotta appreciate the moments.
No,
know?
I don't. I don't.
You do, but that's what it's like in real sports.
Kid, but this isn't real life. I don't play 2K to have real basketball. I play 2K to dunk on fools. like seriously.
That's
seriously. It's a video game.
I loved it. That dude waited 5 weeks to get in the game. And then there was a delay of game.
Maybe this is just like me because like I won't have the time to like sit down and just play it for like 10 hours at a time where you can really appreciate that. It's like, man, I got like an hour. Yeah. I'm not spending my hour deciding whether or not I'm gonna text another like quarterback, right? I'm gonna play some football.
Yeah.
So I'm just a big football guy.
I know. Yeah. You're getting a little animated and heated in it. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the last one we got.
I ain't even studying your damn playbook, chat. Y'all got me out here failing quizzes. Like, we building that. Hold up, chat. We gonna keep building that. Damn, I should have really studied. I ain't doing no studying. That's why I failed the test.
Finna have more quizzes, so be ready this time, Paul.
Bro, how the fuck I go from a 3.6 GPA to a 1.8? I can't even play. What just happened? I'm a dumbass. Oh my God, I gotta get in the books.
Tony said 1.8 GPA, bro. Might as well drop out.
You got a D+. A D- twice in an F. Oh my God. I suck. I went to that party and I just failed all my tests. All my tests. I can't even talk. Damn it. Oh yeah, Chad. We gotta get in them books, man. Fuck.
Okay, do you see what I mean?
Like, ruled ineligible to play.
Bro, if I was playing a video game and they said, sorry, you didn't go to class enough, your GPA is too low to play, I appreciate the realism from afar, but putting myself in that situation, dude, I'd be so mad.
That's fair.
I'd be so mad.
That's valid.
So do you have to take like English tests in this?
Yeah, you got to legit take tests
like a history test.
Okay,
or
like
something?
do you yourself have to answer the questions, or do they just like simulate? Oh, you went to class and you
No.
this?
Like, I believe you have to actually take the test.
Bro, why?
No, it's just a few questions, right? It's not like you're taking a full 100 questions.
What is what's the adjective in the sentence?
I would like to know, and I'll if I get it, I'm gonna experiment with the difficulties here because I'd like to see. I mean, I don't want to play Student Simulator, but I still think it's funny as shit that like you can pick the decisions and you can. So another one that I saw was like that, ruled ineligible to play, but clicked every time that there was agenda. Make sure he studies, right? Make sure he studies and still failed the quizzes because he decided to go to a party instead of going to like practice. And
man, yeah, you want some realistic college football 25? Just make the options party or practice.
Yeah.
That's
that's fair.
Just kidding.
I like it though.
Student athletes work very hard.
I like it. Yeah.
ALLCITY Sports says, does anyone know why Cole Martin isn't in the game? We're not sure.
I believe, again, depending on when you opted in, you aren't in the game if you didn't opt in May. Like if you opted in after May.
He might be added later.
Yes. I believe him, and there are a handful of other players on Arizona State's roster, and really throughout a lot of college football that will be eventually added into the game. Share it in the chat. I really want to play this game. I have it, but have so much to focus on getting done right now for like one more week. Then I can't wait to dive into it. I didn't realize there was all of this. Oh yeah it is an incredible game. I cannot wait. It's just more reason to be in the Die Hard Discord because I'm telling you, when I get that game, I'm going to be living on the game and I'll be living in Die Hard Discord to let everybody know just kind of how my road to glory is going. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But you know what else is going to be a lot of fun, Eric?
Tell me.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday, we got a special guest, former Arizona State Sun Devil, former New England Patriots defensive tackle.
Dramatic effect.
Lawrence Guy. Woo! Lawrence Guy is going to be joining us Tuesday at 1:30 here on the PHNX Sun Devil show on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you turn on the notifications, the little dinger, for any time that we go live because you are not going to want to miss this episode with Lawrence Guy on Tuesday. It is going to be an absolute blast, Erik.
Dude, I'm so pumped. When you were talking to me about this happening, I just got so juiced.
I mean, how can you not, right?
I got so juiced. So yeah, you're not gonna want to miss Tuesday. That's gonna be an absolutely electric episode. And of course, if you miss it live, we'll be putting out all sorts of stuff about it. But you're gonna want to be there live for that one. And yeah, another reason being the Die Hard Discord. Maybe we'll ask a couple Die Hard specific questions. Yeah. Let them ask kind of what they want to know from an ASU legend, man.
Yeah, really is an ASU legend. But look, as long as we're talking about amazing things, we already kind of teased the Die Hard membership. Make sure you head over to gophnx.com. Click the little Die Hard tab. It's going to tell you everything that you unlock when you become a PHNX Die Hard, and that list goes on and on and on, including access to the Die Hard Discord, including a free t-shirt or hat every single year. Guys, we just got our notifications that our
Taco Truck
shirts shipped. Cannot wait to have that. You're going to get a Die Hard membership card. You're going to get access to all of our premium written content, discounts on events, on merch, on everything. And the list goes on and on and on. So make sure you sign up to become a PHNX Die Hard. Erik, it is Friday, so it is time for a little hot or not.
Woo!
A little hot or not. Danielle, I'm going to bring this back. Since there's not a whole lot of people in office right now. Who has been hot this week and who has been ugly?
I'm going to go back and say that I don't like the wording of this.
Well, it's okay. Who's been hot this week and who's not been
Who's been hot? Erik has been hot because he covered Wildcats for me this morning.
I did do that.
Look at you.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Yeah, you didn't run from the grind this morning, brother.
We all know this. Sorry, that's my Mike Luke impersonation. You're listening to the Easy Wildcats podcast.
That's pretty good.
It's the boss. It's all Bookman. I am merely Mike Luke. We all know this. The Arizona Wildcats. Yes. Jason Shearer.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible.
You should have seen me in Vegas.
In Vegas, he was Mike Luke 2.0.
When I was around Mike Luke, I think me and Mike are like kindred spirits. When I was around Mike, man, I was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, that's valid.
We all know this, Danielle.
Who's not been hot?
I'm gonna go with Max.
Oh wow, Max taking some shots.
Yeah, he just always does.
Yeah. He's just always not hot.
Yeah. Let me talk about something I want to talk about, man. Yeah. If I want to talk about where I got tacos last night, I should be able to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That's
Love you, Max.
100% valid. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into our very first topic.
It's the Olympics coming up next week. So we got an Olympic theme today.
Ooh.
Today I learned that Olympic surfing isn't taking place on the continent of Europe. It is in Tahiti.
Wow.
Which is a French colony. So Olympic surfing this year, hot or not?
Oh man.
Just this year?
Just in general, but the fact that it's like literally thousands of miles away.
I love that it's in Tahiti.
Why would you go surfing in Paris?
I mean, surfing in Paris sounds dope.
Are there sick waves? I don't think so. You're going to surf in their poop river? No.
Their poop river.
Yeah,
huh?
You know about the poop river?
I don't want to talk about a poop river.
That's not hot. The poop river. Hot. Listen, the niche Olympic sports are hot. Like being a gold medal surfer.
That's just saying that.
Hard.
Just saying, hey, what do? Oh, I'm an Olympic surfer. What, dude? The aura that comes with that is next level. Absolutely next level.
Like, do you surf? Yeah. Oh, where do you surf? Oh, I surf during the Olympics.
And there are certain sports that are absolutely hot as hell to be able to do at the Olympic level. I think skiing, snowboarding,
rock climbing,
like
fencing.
Being able to do those at an Olympic level says so much. And again, I am dying to go to Tahiti at some point, so it almost like makes it better for me.
We need to get you out there on a surfboard.
I know. Well, I'm not a surfer, so we'll give it a shot. We'll give it. Yeah, right. Not yet. I just need to surf off the coast with some Olympians in Tahiti. That's all I need to do, and I'll just suddenly be there. It's hot. It is super hot.
T.O. Wildcat with $2 super chat. Thank you. Says, I thought Mike Luke was in Tahoe, not in the studio. This would have you confused, T.O.
Oh,
thank you for the $2 super snap.
The super snap.
We deserve this, don't we, Totri?
We do, Meaty Mike. We do. What do we got for our second topic, Danielle?
Next topic, another niche Olympic sport and summertime staple, ping pong.
Hot.
Ping pong, hot or not?
Have you seen the highlights of people just going back and forth in ping pong?
Like as an Olympic sport or just as...
This one's just kind of in general. How do you feel about ping pong?
Either way.
No, I disagree.
Oh, you're tripping.
Ping pong as just doing it like amongst friends or doing it competitively like in the state, I guess is cool, but like it should not be an Olympic sport. Playing ping pong at an Olympic level is just silly to me.
Insane take.
It's silly to me. It's not an insane take. Come
Absolutely
on, dude.
insane.
We've got some serious athletes. We have some serious athletes. We have surfers. We have skiers. We have Olympic basketball players. Olympic baseball players. We have so much at an Olympic level. I've seen ping pong at a high level.
Hold up.
But we got Olympic ping pong players. Come on.
We don't have Olympic baseball players anymore.
You're right. We don't have Olympic baseball players.
Like, come on. Like, look, bro. Look at this. That's insane. These are athletes right here. These are some of the best athletes in the goddamn world.
No, they're not.
Yes,
no,
they are.
They're not.
They're Olympians.
They're not some of the best athletes in the world.
Hot? Your take.
No, that's
not hot.
No, absolutely not.
Bro, ping pong, bro. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to get... Listen, it's a Friday. It's 2:12. I'm in my Mike Luke mode. I can't be bothered by this.
You know what 2:12 is? You just took me back to high school for a second.
Was that
and it's kind of ironic since you run from the grind a lot. Our old coaches... We had one coach specifically, Scott Heineman, we'll never forget this, man, was obsessed with 2:12, with the number 2:12. And 2:12 is the boiling point of water, right? So like it was like the entire perception of it was like the 2:12 mentality of just like you need to push yourself until your breaking point.
I was like, how does this relate to me running from the grind?
That's such a high school coach thing.
It is. It absolutely is. But this coach was next level. This coach was incredible. So... yeah, I mean, you run from the grind.
Yeah, sure.
So 2:12, baby, 2:12.
All right, third topic.
Last topic. Olympic mascots.
Not hot.
We have a
Not
couple
hot.
here.
These aren't real, are they?
These look
They
like
are very
They
real.
look like Pokemon.
These
They are very
legit.
real. So
Don't
up on the
disrespect
top,
They look more like Neopets.
The
so top left is from Tokyo.
Top left look like Pokemon.
The big one is this year's Olympic mascot. It is a hat.
It's a hat?
It's a hat. That's a hat with arms.
That was a bird.
And then the bottom left is Rio.
Bottom left is Rio. What's top? What's in the right?
Right is
That's
this
Paris.
year's. It's Paris. It is a hat. I actually.
Oh wait, these are mascots for
the Olympics.
Oh wow. These suck.
Yeah, I'm about to say these kind of suck.
Those are they don't kind of suck.
Top left are cool. They're the coolest ones.
Those
there.
are Neopets for sure.
Yeah, these kind of sorry.
The hat sucks ass.
The hat is really bad. The hat's really bad.
Yeah, no, those are not hot. Those, I mean, also mascots for dumb things are cool. Mascots for serious things like the Olympics, not cool. Not cool. Don't do that.
Can't have a mascot when you're playing Olympic ping pong. Oh my god, we know this.
Those can be the mascots. How about each country gets 2 ping pong players, and
those are
the mascots. But they can't be Olympic level like ping pong players. They have to be just like your average Joes. Like those are the mascots.
You walking around.
Well, no, I'm not an average Joe. You know who's really good in this office at ping pong for no reason? Jesse is elite at ping pong.
Do you know who has beaten Jesse every time they played?
Is it you?
It's me. Yeah. I'm inexplicably good at ping pong. I don't
you
know
played
why
ping pong
I
with
have.
him?
What's that?
How many times have you played ping pong with him?
You would be surprised.
I would be surprised.
I played ping
72
pong
times.
212.
Yeah, me, Max, and Jesse are all just kind of inexplicably good at ping pong.
I'll take you and I believe you and Jesse. I don't know about Max.
Max is actually really good at ping pong.
I'll have to believe
that
it.
makes sense.
Well, chicken and pickle next week.
Put a basketball in front of Max. He's not hitting the rim. But ping pong,
he's all of a sudden a legend.
Yeah, I can see it.
It is what it is. Guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devils Show. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button on your way out. If you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow the blind mouse here at Erik Ruby. That is Erik with a K. You can follow DJ Danielle at Africa Danielle across social media. And again, we will be live on Monday, but make sure you have your notifications on for that Tuesday show with Lawrence Guy, because it is going to be a lot of fun. But everybody, have yourself a hell of a weekend. Stay cool, stay safe, and in the meantime, go Devils, and peace.
We all silly like the mayor.